What was the greatest pleasure you ever felt? Waking up and realizing I no longer have to work anymore. Why is that? I retired. When they gave me morphine and several bags of fluid to flush out a kidney stone, the instant relief combined with the morphine euphoria, sweet baby Jesus. The shower and bed after camping for 4 days at a music festival. Pro tip: always wash your sheets before you leave for the fest. That way you get to sleep on nice soft bed with clean sheets. This one is kind of gross. FYI, I got surgery to fix a broken nose so I could breathe better. This involved having my nose packed with packing, essentially tampons, for a few weeks. It wasn't the removal of the packing that was amazing, it was the first time I blew my nose shortly after. It felt like a 1-2 cup of mucus was pulled directly from my brain, and there was a golf ball-sized result in the tissue. The best feeling I ever experienced was directly after that, where breathing through my nose was so incredibly easy I felt like a superhuman who conditioned in the Andes for months of something. I laughed with excitement. Waking up and realizing there's no work school today and going back to sleep. Huge crush on this lady I worked with. Same company, but different locations. But we would see each other once or twice a week when our duties overlapped. I got the vibe that she was interested in me as well, but I never acted on it. There was a retirement party at a local bar, and she mentioned that she was going to be there. I nursed 2 beers for 3 hours on the chance she would show up, because I didn't want to be hammered like our colleagues. She arrives at 11:30, walks straight over to where we are sitting, and puts her arm around my waist. Boom! Been together for 16 years. Standing by a raging bonfire after I fell into an empty stream in the dead of winter. What a coincidence! My greatest pleasure was standing in an empty stream after I fell into a bonfire in the dead of summer. When school's cancelled for the day and you're half asleep and overhear your mother tell your sister not to wake you up because school's out. Used to leave a smile on my face before snuggling back into my covers. Dem, especially when it's raining or snowing that day. Taking a shit in my own bathroom after a long vacation. My first poop after getting my appendix out. Didn't poop for 8 days, and when I finally did, it was fantastic. I still think about it and smile. One of those bathroom experiences where you walk out a changed person. As if the old you faded away and a new better you rose from the ashes. The world brighter, the air more crisp, and a levity that words fail to describe. I had a dream that I was a toaster. I woke with a feeling of anticipation. Then I made toast with pure concentration. Afterwards I was entirely fulfilled, having accomplished the ultimate purpose of my existence. Getting my first paycheck after 4 years of just making enough, and a year of COVID out of work, and getting a job that paid more than I've ever had experienced. Having just something else than a negative number at the end of the month for maybe the first time in 5 years. That. After consulting 3 high-powered attorneys about my fiancé's citizenship case, and being told they wouldn't take it BC it was impossible to win, I, a layperson, spent a week, night and day, studying the law and putting together 125 pages document, received in the mail that he won the case and got his citizenship in the US. Immediately after giving birth, like right when she came out, all the pressure and heaviness in my stomach went away immediately, and it was the best feeling. Going from being stretched out, bloated, with a baby pushing on your organs to totally empty was a huge relief to me. Edit. Yes, it is like taking a huge shit except 1000x more relieving. Also, the superwoman feeling after is a close second to this feeling. Then the shower when you get home. I'm glad it wasn't just me. My husband thought I'd lost my mind when I was taking giant steps around the hospital room an hour after giving birth, saying, "Look how many activities I can do now! This is amazing!" Such a good feeling. I was up for 38 hours, then I crashed in my bed. I giggled like a child as I fell asleep. Farting and that stomach ache just disappearing. This happened so bad to me once I ended up at the ER. Woke up in the middle of the night, excruciating pain, vomited from how much it hurt, could barely walk, drenched in sweat. Have my wife drive me to the ER, get taken in immediately. Doctors doing blood work and prepping me to do some x-rays, when all of a sudden I ripped the biggest fart of my life. It smelled terrible, but all the pain went away. Most expensive fart of my life too. I had a small project go wrong. As I went to fix one part, a subpart messed up. so I had to step back to work on that. Then a sub part messed up. I took another step back. What I expected to take 20 minutes took 4-ish hours. But 3.5 hours in, I thought there was no way it would work out at all. When I got it all fixed, I did the Billy Madison, "I am the smartest man alive." I've been riding that high for a few weeks now. 99 little bugs in the code, 99 little bugs, take one down, patch it around, 117 little bugs in the code. The greatest pleasure I've ever felt was 32 years ago. I was swimming with friends in the Pacific Ocean at Balboa Park in California. I got wiped out by a huge wave. My friends helped me out of the water, and I went and laid on the grass underneath palm trees looking up at the clear blue sky. A feeling of peace just washed over my body. I've never felt that kind of thing again. Probably the day we got the keys to our house, watching my wife cry because she never thought it would happen. Almost dying, I was drifting away, and it felt so good. Very scary. The next bit is horrible as you start to come back. It was horrible. I really don't like thinking about it. My mind had left my body, and when coming back, I felt like I was struggling to feel sane, as I couldn't really sense myself in my body, and I felt like my legs were trying to move, and my brain wasn't able to stop them from moving. Eventually, I passed out, and my brain seemed to sync back with my mind again. Sounds like when I had brain surgery and woke up a little too early. I was still in the OR, the procedure was over, the paralytic was still in effect, but the sedatives and anesthetic had worn off, and I was hit by the most blinding pain I've ever felt. I couldn't move or tell anyone I was awake, because I was still paralyzed. I thought I was dying, or maybe I had died, and I was in hell. Luckily, a nurse noticed the tears running down my face, and they put me back under. It was truly, indescribably nightmarish. Watching people enjoy food I cooked. It never gets old. Probably when I began to go to the gym. The first day was very rough because I have never went to a gym before, so I was really tired. When I got home, I just took a hot shower. I let myself fell into my bed, and man, I fell asleep like in 5 seconds. Bro, I really slept well that night. The best sleep I've ever had. Walking out of prison and realizing I'm finally free. Hearing, "I love you," for the first time, unconditionally, after growing up in a house of abuse and trauma. This is weird, but the day I decided 100% to quit my toxic, full-time job and retake my life, even knowing I had no fallback. Driving 2 hours from my girl's house with the windows down, on a summer night with a warm breeze tussling my hair like getting a headpat by an angel, spiritual state, by Nujabes playing, this overwhelming feeling of sincerity and resolve took me over. Everything was on point. It wasn't a blast of pleasure you get when you do something cool like jumping off a 15-foot waterfall, but more of a glaze over of goodness and self-care. Like my world opening up again. Poland, 2002. I'm strapped into AC-130 in full combat equipment, preparing to jump as part of an airborne training operation with the 173rd Airborne Division. We took off out of Aviano Air Base in northern Italy. For whatever reason, my dumbass didn't pee at all that morning. Not when I got up. Not after PT. Not after breakfast. As I stood in the airfield after getting my harness and pack on awaiting a jump master to check me out before boarding, I realized I really had to go. Once a jump master looks you over and clears you to jump, you cannot touch your equipment. Not unless you want to get smoked for wasting their time. So there I sit in the plane en route to Poland. I'm 22. This is my 9-10th training jump, not counting those in airborne school. The ride is 3-some-odd hours. I now have to pee so bad I feel like my eyes are turning yellow. I have heard stories of guys just pissing themselves on long flights. Not sure if you all have seen the inside of AC-130 full of airborne troopers, but we are packed the hell in there like sardines. I can't move. I refuse to piss myself. I am a grown-ass man, damn it. The flight is excruciating. Let me just say that on every jump I have made prior to this one I get the jitters. Normal jitters. The kind you get because your brain has told you how illogical it is to be jumping out of an airplane. I have none of that now. Just a single focus. Get the fuck off this bird by any means necessary. The doors open as we near the drop zone. I stand up and hook up, and I am literally crossing my damn legs to keep from pissing myself. Because my reserve chute and rucksack are tied onto the front of me covering my legs, I can't get at my dick, But I promise you all, if I could have, I would have been squeezing it like a 3-year-old to keep from pissing my pants. The green light goes on. I literally begin shoving the guy in front of me to get out the door. No fear. No thought to checking my line, looking at the drop zone before I jump, or even looking to see what the weather is doing. I am in the air. My chute opens and I pull my release that allows my rucksack to fall free of my body without even looking if a fellow trooper is below me. As I approach the ground, I am mid-air fumbling with my BDU pants button to get my dick out before I even make contact with the ground. I hit the deck and, instead of releasing the catch on my chute that would release it and let it collapse, I roll sideways and start to go. Y'all, it felt so good to piss. It was like an ongoing orgasm that lasted for a full minute. It felt so good, in fact, that I don't immediately notice I am being dragged across the ground by my chute like a traveling golden shower show. I am literally being pulled through a field in Poland, passing fellow soldiers, pissing sideways as I move. I barely register my squad laughing their asses off at the image of me with my dick out, leaving a stream of piss on the ground as my chute propels me through the field. I am now 41, and to this day it was the most pleasure relief I have ever felt. Even getting made fun of by my unit for it for the next few months did nothing to put a dent in how good it felt. What was the greatest pleasure you ever felt? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.